Hey foodies, I'm dyeing eggs today and I'm so excited to show you my most recent experiment. See? Totally stoked. Crazy girl. I tried a bunch of different food dyes and I've narrowed it down to what dyes I like best. But let's start with the basics. First, you'll need eggs. I'm using white so the dye shows up with a light canvas behind it. For every dye you make, you'll need to put in 1 tablespoon of vinegar. If you don't have vinegar, no problem. You can use a tablespoon of cream of tartar, lemon juice, or if you're okay with the color it creates, you can use any vinegar you want. I'm putting a colander on this list because I like to rinse my eggs and make sure there's no E. coli germs. If you're vegan and using ceramic eggs, lucky you get to skip this step. Also, save your egg carton for the drying step. Alright, on to the dyes. Don't be afraid to experiment. For example, the first thing I tried was tomato powder. This may have been a success if I wanted to wait for it to absorb overnight in the fridge, but I'm too impatient for that, so no tomato powder for this girl. For orange, I use paprika powder. For yellow, I use turmeric powder. It creates a beautiful and bright gold hue. I tried using my old strawberries and put them in my water, but again, it didn't take within a half an hour, so nope. I also tried using my artichoke water when I steamed it, but it made a really pale yellow color, so no. For purple, I used grape juice, and wow, did it look good. For a reddish brown, I decided to try hibiscus pomegranate tea. It was mostly brown, but it turned out pretty well. We're making yellow. I used 2 tablespoons of turmeric and added it to 6 cups of water. If you stopped right here, this would make a gorgeous yellow dye for any food project. Turmeric doesn't have much flavor, so don't be afraid to use it in that cake. Add 1 tablespoon of vinegar and stir that baby up. Add your eggs by hand, or save yourself from getting turmeric on your hands by using a spoon. I was a little late to that party. If your eggs are still peeking out of the water, make sure you add a little more, unless you like little polka dots on your eggs. Could be cute, but it'd be a very lonely polka dot. Give it 1 more quick stir for good measure and move on to the next dye. I wanted to show you how I did my green spirulina dye. It created this awesome mint green color. You can also use liquid chlorophyll or any other concentrated green product you may have in the house. I wanted to create green swirls, so I put a little water in the bottom of my pan, sprinkled the green powder right on top of the egg like a paste, and smeared it all over. After that was done, I filled it with water, which you could do at the beginning like the turmeric for a more even coat. It'll just be a much lighter pastel mint. Also, probably speckled. What I like about these eggs is it's a 2-step process. I boil the eggs and the dye all at once. You don't have to do it this way if you prefer to put them in the fridge overnight, but I like my colors to develop fast. Here is my beautiful purple color after being boiled for 10 minutes and sitting for another 5. I could stop here, but I want the color to be richer, so my eggs will be sitting in their dyes for a total of 30 minutes. 10 minutes with the heat on and 20 minutes with the heat off. Do this with all your colors. My yellow turmeric dye turned my eggs into golden eggs after about 15 minutes of sitting, but I want them blind me bright, so half an hour of sitting for me. Once you are happy with the color, it's time to dry them. Make sure you drain as much of the liquid out as you can before putting them in the carton. Don't worry about weird lines. These eggs are dyed for life, and look at these beauties. Once you are done with your color, don't be afraid to redip. Just add a couple drops of oil to your dyes for a nice sheen and a marble effect for your second coat. Or just switch up the color. All done! Now, admire your work. Can you believe you did that by using stuff you already had at home? Now, all that's left to do is put them in a pretty Easter basket and enjoy. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like what you see here, make sure you check out @Foodscape VPN on Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest, or check out more recipes at foodscape.vanillaplumedia.com.